G'day Sawdust makers, Ryan here again. There's a lot happening today because not only are we going to use the 720 Pro for the first time on its first project, but also we are going to make something beautiful. Now I've already put this jig together. I did an unboxing video, so if you want that further detail, go check out that, but we're going to get stuck straight into it and create something. Of what project is best suited for the 720 Pro's maiden voyage. This was in the box. Free plans for a haul table. It's a download link or a QR code, whatever you find easiest. So that's what I'm going to make. But a next level jig needs a next level project. So I thought, I'll build a haul table, but I'm going to use some of the most beautiful timbers Australia has to offer. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get stuck into it. I've got this beautiful old red gum. It has some absolutely gorgeous features in it, and it's going to look $1,000,000. So this red gum is going to be the legs and the frame of our haul table, but then our tabletop and our bottom shelf, I got an absolutely beautiful slab of live edge silver ash. That silver ash and this red gum, magnifique. So we've now cut all of our red gum to length. The next step in the plans is to add a taper on the legs. We're only going 75mm up and we're only going 10mm in. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it will make a huge difference to the finished product. We cut the tapers on the bandsaw, we cleaned them up on the sander, and they look great. And it really wasn't that hard. Hey mate, what time is it? Looks to me, it's 7:20 time. It's 7:20, baby. It's time to drill some pocket holes. So we've marked all of our pieces where our pocket holes are going to go. The only thing left to do now is to set the jig. One of the great new things with the 720 Pro is that they've taken the hex wrench and turned it into a material thickness gauge. Predetermined measurements, 13mm, 19mm, and then 38mm. I know that this material is 30mm thick. When you look at the position of the 19 and the 38 and where this stands, that looks pretty much in the middle, which makes it 30mm. So we get our drill bit, undo the stock collar, and just like our thickness gauge, we've got 13mm, 19mm, and then 38. So all we have to do is, for 30mm, line it up roughly in between the 19 and 38. Because we don't have to set the drill guide, this is all we have to do now. I want to mention, when you get your 720 Pro, you'll find that the drill bit doesn't want to go all the way in. Kreg have made those holes intentionally just a little too small for the drill bit. You know, first time you drill through that, you're going to create that perfect sleeve. So the first time we use it, we will be drilling through the plastic, and that's okay. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to start with a test piece. So I'll grab some offcuts, I'll drill those. That'll also be a good way to drill through the plastic in that drill guide, and we'll make sure that everything works as it should, and then we'll get into it. So we're needing to drill the pocket holes in these rails horizontally. The clamping mechanism of the 720 sat a little too high. And the pocket hole ended up going through the edge, which just didn't seem right. I spoke to Kreg Australia just to be doubly sure that I wasn't doing something wrong. But basically, I took the same approach as what I would do with my K5. I took a scrap piece, an offcut. So because the auto clamping mechanism was sitting too high, I just elevated the workpiece until by eyeball it looked right, drilled a few test holes, adjusted the stop collar on the bit until I got the right depth. Now I've found my sweet spot. Let's drill some holes. That was very easy. Which it absolutely should have been. The dust collection was much sturdier than previously. Clamping the pieces down, very easy. Now there is a tension adjustment knob on the side here. So if you wanted to decrease or increase the tension, you can turn it either way. So now we'll run over all these pieces with the orbital sander, make it all look Mickey Mouse, and then we'll put it all together. It is time to grab our fresh new drive bit and we're going to put this frame together. So we're going to start by attaching the end rails to the legs, and then when we have our two sides, we'll attach the front and back rails and we'll have a completed frame. How good is this, hey? It's come together so easily. Like all pocket hole projects, it looks fantastic. Yeah, I'm excited. So the only thing that's left is we have those two slabs of live edge silver ash. In order to keep as much live edge as possible is actually have to cut one edge off. So have it straight at the back and have the live edge at the front. It was easy to cut all of those lines accurately and just using my little, my cheap little circular saw. I used the Kreg straight edge guide and also the new portable crosscut. This is pretty cool. I promise you, please, I promise you, this is not supposed to be the Kregtacular Kregathon, but I have these tools because I know they're useful and I use them because they're useful. So it's all part of showing you how I'm making stuff. For that extra bit of added class, I'm going to notch this bottom shelf around the four legs. I lack a lot of confidence when it comes to hand tools, so this Japanese saw guide is great for times like this. I can bust it out and I know that I'll get super accurate cuts whenever I need to. All it's going to take is a few screws into the frame, and then we're going to give it a coat of hard wax oil and we're done. This is starting to look very nice. So just marking out the top, making sure that it's perfectly center, and now thoughts and prayers please. Hopefully this fits. And it does. My goodness. Even I'm surprised. And screwed. Next step, coat of hard wax oil. And we're done. And it's finished. My goodness. To say that I'm proud of this would be an understatement. This is by far the nicest thing I have ever made, and it's not out of reach. It's still entirely a pocket hole project. I love everything about my K5, and this 720 Pro is an awesome evolution of that. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with this project. I think you'll agree that this whole table does look pretty special. I'm Ryan from Oz Sawdust Makers. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave us a comment. And as always, I'll be back again soon with another great Kreg project. See you later.